have you seen Floyd's post since the fight?
Yeah, he forgot McGregor Sports and Entertainment on the poster. You know what I mean? That right there cuts him out. So it's me and Manny. Look, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. L. Floyd, he's a funny man, L. Floyd, so we'll see what happens. The discussions are always ongoing. They never stop, you know. You know, Floyd and going through money fast. So he's far from retired, and that rematch will happen at some stage.
But mixing MMA and boxing, I'd imagine that's a bit more difficult than having maybe a clear run at just MMA for maybe a year. Well, what is the plan there? Maybe just stick to MMA for this year?
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Look, I spent so much time in my boxing gym. I went back to my roots, Crumlin boxing, where I began. And what happens tonight? I smack him with my shoulder and smack him with my foot. I was almost gonna say to Joe, that's Crumlin boxing 101. Smack him with the shoulder. But no, I've been getting great training in with the team back home, and I'm an experienced fighter, right? I've been through it all. I've been up and down in the weights. I've been across sports, so I can do it all as long as I'm fit, and we'll see what presents itself.
Conor, you made it a point to stay sober throughout this camp. You reiterated that many times. How does it feel to be reconnected with your old friend there?
My belly is warm. What can I say? But don't get me wrong. That's one of the things I love about whiskey. You've got to respect it. You've got to respect that liquid, because if you don't, it will come and get you. So I done a good stint off of it. It was not easy, but you know, the people deserved it. You know, I made a promise to the people, to my fans, to my team, that I would abstain. That's a baby of mine. I've got Conor Jr., I've got Kriya, and I've got Prabhat. That was one of my children. Seriously. So it was not easy, but I stuck with it, and it's great to get a little sip on the tongue now tonight, and I'll enjoy it with the fans tonight, and then respect it after that. You know, I've learned the lesson, I'll tell you what, once or twice.
Tonight was Donald Cerrone's 34th UFC fight, which is the most in history. It's the first time he's never landed a strike in a fight. What does that mean to you to kind of be the person who made that happen?
The records that man has, give him some sort of belt. Seriously, that, you know, you give belts out and this, that, and the other, and they're even creating them now at this stage. What a phenomenal legacy Donald has, and it's an honor to share the octagon with that man. Seriously, I mean that. I've shared the octagon with some great UFC fighters, and Donald is up there with the best of them all. So I'm very, very proud to share the octagon with him, and phenomenal records. I could only hope and dream to achieve the records he has. The amount of 34 fights, that's my 12th fight. So he's 3 times more fights than me inside that octagon. He fought 11 times in the last year, and I'd only fought 11 times in the UFC period. So it's just breathtaking what the man's be at, and I'm happy that it was clean enough. You know what I mean? I thought if it went on, and Donald falls into shots sometimes, and I knew if he fell into it, I was almost anticipating having Herb stop the fight. I was almost anticipating if we go on here and he falls into a shot and I catch him with a backhand shot or a lead hook shot as he's coming in, and he goes down, I'm not going to follow him down. I'd have Herbs try and step in. Do you know what I mean? That was kind of what I was thinking on the way in. So I'm happy the way it ended. It was a couple of shoulder smacks that battered him in the head and shocked him, and then the backhand put him down, and he'll recover. He'll recover and he can go again. So I'm happy with that. I'm excited to see what he does, you know. So.
And you mentioned records. One of the first things off the tip of your tongue when you won was, you know, the record about getting knockouts at featherweight, lightweight, welterweight.
That's a phenomenal record. If I do say so myself, I wanted that one. You know what I mean? Like I said, they strip fighters and then they makeshift belts. They give fighters makeshift belts against like unranked opponents. You know, all this type of stuff. And then it's like to replicate. When I won that champs, when I became champ, right, they didn't even have the second belt for me. They didn't want to have the second belt for me. Then all of a sudden they're stripping fighters and making easy enough matchups and almost creating it again after me. I'm like, what the man? These guys, they'll wipe you off the map like that. So I'm happy I got another. I etched myself in history again. With I don't think that can be. I don't think that's a record that can be achieved handily again. You know, across 3 weight divisions and. So I'm happy with it.
And you also mentioned, making up.
They won't get rid of me, I tell you.
And you mentioned, the making fake belts and stuff up too. Jorge Masvidal was cage side, and he was wearing a very familiar-looking outfit that I think you kind of made famous once. What did you make of that?
I talk about baloney. If you ask me, that was ridiculous. I didn't know what was going on there. Like I said, the old ladies in Ireland, they wear house coats watching the soap operas. So I'm like, what's this guy sitting in? I don't know. Whatever. All the best.
That fight interest you at all?
Yeah, of course. Of course. Let's see what happens. I'd like to scoop up that. That's not a great belt, is it? But I'll still take it. I'll still take it. Add it to the list, So, wasn't a good night for Jorge, if you ask me. But all the best to him. God loves a trier.
And last thing for me, Nate Diaz tweeted out right after the fight.
He has his own little thing and all. It's a mad scene. I don't know. What does be going on?
Nate Diaz tweeted out right after the fight, calling it weak as. I don't know if that was in reference to Donald's performance or just the fight in general. What's your response to that? And is he anywhere on your list of potential opponents?
Let's go, Nathan. Let's go, brother. Number 3. It's always here. So, we're right here, Nathan.